Hello everyone and welcome to Contentment Guide Astrology. I'm happy that you found my channel and I just want to say a bit about myself. So I am a human design projector, which helps me to see other people very clearly, to maybe give them insight into things about themselves that they can't see for themselves because it's still in the unconscious. So in astrology, I can help you with patterns that are playing out in your life. I can help you with energies that are arising to find your way forward in the moment. Any challenging situations that you're going through, we can find a way forward. I have a very in-depth background in studying various spiritual healings and disciplines, and I thrive when I am serving others to help see more clearly and to find a way forward. So if you would like any personal readings, please contact me through my website. The link is below. So we carry on to the full moon. So you may have heard this already, but this is known as a blue moon. We have two full moons in the same sign of Capricorn, two consecutive full moons in Capricorn. So the first one was at 1 degree and this one is at the 29th degree. So in astrology, the 29th degree is also known as an anaretic degree, and the energy around anaretic degrees is often endings and kind of crisis points in the energy and the storyline of your life that help you to let go, that help you to move forward, that help you to step into new things. So yes, even though it is a crisis point, it's usually there to have a good outcome, to help you move forward into better things. So this is a super dynamic full moon. I mean, there are so many aspects happening here. So the moon is at 29 degrees and 8 minutes of Capricorn. The sun on the opposite side at the very end of Cancer. So as per the last full moon, Capricorn is very earthy. There's a realness there. There's a striving for clarity, for practical ways forward. And I feel that this full moon is all about making really solid decisions to move into the future. And with the sun illuminating this full moon from Cancer, Cancer is to do with your heart, with things that are emotionally close to you, with the home, with the family, friends, and also things that can be emotional, things that we need to work through, and things that need to emotionally open up into our lives. So this is actually a beautiful energy. I feel that for a lot of us, there's going to be a real movement forward into new directions in life after this full moon. And we've also just come off on the 15th of July of the Uranus-Mars conjunction that sparked quite a bit of upheaval in the world, with some violence and abruptness and all of these things that were quite shocking, in the world dynamic and also in some of our personal lives. So yeah, there's a lot of change and fast moving energy in the air at the moment. So what makes this full moon even a bit more intense is the fact that it is conjunct to Pluto. So this is an out of sign conjunction, but still the moon and Pluto are only 2 degrees apart. So the moon being at 29 degrees of Capricorn, and Pluto is at 0 and 53 minutes of Aquarius. So this conjunction really links Capricorn and Aquarius together. So if you know what these 2 houses are in your chart, then you could maybe mentally bring the story together. So I know for me how I see the story coming together with these 2 houses and the things that are playing out in my personal life at the moment. So Pluto is in retrograde at the moment, and I see this full moon as initiating a bit more of a longer story. A full moon is a culmination, so this means that something is going to come to light, a story is going to culminate, but it's also going to be an opening for something new, because the Pluto retrograde is literally going to retrograde until 29 degrees of Capricorn, stand still at 29 degrees for a while, and move forward again. So Pluto will be at 29 degrees of Capricorn from September until the middle of November. So things that are playing out right now is going to be linked to this Pluto retrograde, and it might be a bit of a slower and deeper process, because Pluto always draws us in deeper. It asks us to go deeper into patterns and unconscious things and unraveling things that maybe we didn't see before. And even though a lot of us don't necessarily like the Pluto process, for me, I'm always grateful at the end, because what is unearthed through this Pluto process usually brings up gold. You know, you have to go deep, deep, deep into awful places to find that gold. And so I think by mid-November we will be in a totally different place. We would have found new gold and diamonds and all sorts of wonderful things unearthed, and be able to move forward in a totally different way. So as you can see, there's quite a few trines and sextiles happening in this chart, which are the blue lines. So we have Mars, which just entered Gemini on the 20th of July, also trining Pluto, and also an out of sign trine to the moon. So Mars, having just moved into Gemini, is a very fast moving energy. So Gemini is an air sign. Things can move very fast in Gemini. Gemini is known as the sign of options. A lot of things may be happening at once, a lot of things coming into your life, choices to be made, these kinds of things. And Mars being that energy of moving us forward, taking action. So the trine to Pluto, I feel, is going to really help us to go deep, to find new places inside us of what we can bring forward and take action on, and reveal things that we haven't seen before. There's always some kind of transmutation happening with Pluto. So it really is an alchemy with Pluto, in a sense that the transformation can be so total that while we are in it, we may not know what's going to emerge on the other side by the time we come out. So the trine is usually a bit more of a harmonious aspect. even though we traditionally see Mars and Pluto as a little bit more of challenging energies. But I feel that this is going to give us the depth and the energy to take action on what we need to take action on next. So the other aspect happening at this full moon is Neptune retrograde in Pisces, that is also trine the Sun. And Neptune also being at 29 degrees at the moment, and retrograde is a very slow and expansive energy. It's at the very last degree of the zodiacal wheel. So this also symbolizes endings, and it might be endings of things that have been with us for decades and things that have been with us for lifetimes. So also an harmonious energy, can be very expansive, can really help us to see our life and what is occurring from an eagle's eye view, and help us to expand in new ways going forward. So then we also have a sextile between Jupiter and Venus occurring at the time of this full moon, and this is also an harmonious aspect. And Jupiter and Venus being seen as benefic planets bring good things into our lives. So this will link the houses of Gemini and Leo. So see where this falls in your chart. This might just bring a lightness and an expansion into those houses. And lastly, we have a little bit more of a challenging aspect. Uranus at 26 degrees of Taurus, squaring Mercury in Leo. So squares are challenging in the way that they usually bring a little bit more tension, like there's a bit of a push and pull going on, which usually just initiates growth. So Uranus, we know we've just been through the Uranus-Mars conjunction. Uranus can be erratic. It really brings sudden things that we didn't know were going to come our way. Just light bulb moments, changes of direction, and Mercury being our mind, our way of thinking, communication, commerce, business, all of these things. So we can get news about something, communications, just thought patterns changing, light bulb moments of discovering new ways and things to do and move forward. So there's a lot going on in this chart. There's really a lot going on. It's very dynamic, but it really feels light. It feels that, yes, a lot of us are in challenging times right now. We are moving through very, very deep things that may have been with us for years or decades or lifetimes. But this is all coming to a culmination. All of these anaretic 29 degrees happening between now, exactly at this full moon, and then also with Pluto until the middle of November, it really signifies big endings, and those things that no longer serve us are going to leave our lives. So yes, I really wish you a wonderful full moon, and I would love to hear what your experiences are. Because yeah, there's a lot of fast moving dynamic energies here. So as those of you who follow me know, I also usually do a I Ching reading for the full moon, because I feel it just gives an extra layer of clarity from a different perspective. So I throw the coins. I love doing the I Ching manually. It really makes it very solid and grounding, and practical to me to use the coins. And so I threw the coins and I received hexagram 21, which reads getting through an obstacle. Find the core of the obstacle that you are facing. Remove everything unnecessary. Be decisive. Stand firm and keep firm boundaries. Strive for justice. Moving through the obstacle will bring you clarity. Walk gently, and this brings inner strength. Walk forward and you will emerge into the light. I really love this message of emerging into the light. I find that so closely related to Pluto, because we often see Pluto as this heavy darkness, and we forget that after going into the darkness, everything is cyclical and we do come out into the light again. So there was a changing line in hexagram 21 that then changes into hexagram 35, and this is the sun rising over the earth. And what a beautiful symbol. You know, we all know that amazing feeling of waking up and seeing the sunrise. I'm sure you can tap into that feeling by just remembering the last time you did this. You know, there's a very, very special feeling of being in darkness and then being in this dusky kind of energy and finally seeing the sun coming up. You know, it's a very special feeling of awe and lightness and all of these things. So it's just such a beautiful symbol. Hexagram 35 says, rapid, easy progress, expansion and clarity, emerging into the full light of the day. Be calm in your strength and poise. Grow and flourish as plants do in the sun. Step into the light, take action, collaborate with others. What is innately light rises of itself over that which darkens. I absolutely love this. I think this is such a good message to hear right now for a lot of us who are moving through some challenging things in our lives. So I am going to really sit with that feeling of the sunrise, because that symbology really awakens something inside me that is really helpful right now. So lastly, I also drew my usual tarot card, and the card I got for this full moon is the Page of Cups. So as you can see, the page is there, very grounded on firm ground, looking a bit surprised, standing with his hand on his hip and looking at the fish in his cup. So that is a surprise. You know, the fish is something surprising arising from the cup, and behind him there's also the symbol of the water, which symbolizes the emotion. And so this could be a lovely emotional message coming your way, something surprising being revealed. Yes, just a beautiful energy. So the energy of the page is very much about news, an invitation. Pages is seen as the ones who carry messages. It's seen as a green light and a new stage in life. So it can be around the beginning of a new project or venture, new creative energy emerging into your consciousness, good news, and something unexpected arising. So I feel that this page is also, pages are seen as energies that are more grounded and slow arising. Whereas the night, the nights are seen as very fast emerging, moving forward. So whatever's happening at this full moon is helping surprising new things to emerge, and it could be a bit of a process. So yes, just walk through it, and remember that image of the sun rising after the darkness. So again, thank you so much for being here today. I absolutely love sharing these readings, and please contact me through the link below if you would like a personal reading. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I love to hear what you are going through and how the astrological energies are influencing you right now. And yes, all of these things help my channel to grow, and it helps me to reach more people. So I appreciate it all very deeply. And until next time, bye.